Hello interweb, this is Dannage. Welcome back to Cattle Shores. In the wonderful world of Cattle Shores for episode 20... let's put that on marquee section. Episode 23 now. And it's going to be harder to keep track now because, when it was 3 episodes a week, it was going to be a multiple of 3, it was going to be episode 24, it was going to be the end of the week, lovely, lovely, lovely. Now it's going to be all over the place, but who worries about that? I mean, we've got a new game, we played a new game over the other, on a Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a longer video than I would normally have done. Might do those videos, might not complete the game next time, might simply run it for half an hour and then pause and then come back to it the week after and do some more. Anyway, let me know what you thought about Dorfromantik, or Dorfromantik, as I like to say. Yeah, so here we are in Cattle Shores, and oh my god, I turned the weather off moments ago, and it is off. Why is it raining in here? Even though, let's take that off, maybe. I don't know, has that been our problem all the way along? It can't have been, because I keep seeing dynamic weather was on, and dynamic weather, whether it was with a wizard or not, the weather was on again. And I switched it off, and then 4 minutes later I'm pressing record, and off we go. Anyway, episode 23, what are we doing? We are still doing some of this. We've laid out some more space in the residential urban sprawl. Then we've just filled that up. And, didn't need to do that on camera. Now, the complexity here is that this episode needs to go out on Friday. And when am I recording it? I'm recording it on Friday. And I've got a day job, so am I recording it before or after work? I'm recording it after work, so this is actually like, what's the time? I think it's about 8 p.m. on Friday, which is around about the time that I should be sending this video out. And there's all the time required to edit, so I don't think it's going to be a sharply edited one today, but that's why we'll be focusing on talking instead of necessarily clicking things and then getting distracted and not knowing what we are doing. Ha ha ha. So I'm going to take you through some stuff that I've done in the meantime. I did start recording some stuff yesterday, but yesterday I was day after vaccine. Woohoo! Got my vaccine. Portion 1. And it was kind of fine. I will say, people had said, afterwards you might, take some paracetamol. I'm not really a big fan of pharmaceuticals, even the medicinal ones. If I don't need to take them, I will avoid taking them. So I didn't take any form of paracetamol or medication the next day, and yeah, I did feel like I was going to hell a few times. Felt a little bit but in the end, I mean, basically, the upshot of it was that I didn't feel like I could record a half-decent episode. Started just playing and thought, well, I'll time-lapse that and then play over it, record over it the next day. But nah, even the playing seemed lethargic. This junction did get really quite clogged up. So I put a bypass in because everybody was coming off this freeway and then coming on this junction and then getting clogged up, and it was going all back there, and then going back there, and they were all going up there. So then I just put in this little bypass here, and then I found that the thing was getting clogged up by everybody coming off and trying to go back the other way. So I've just put another one over here. Now I might replace this with like a proper intersection. I don't know. I mean, I had one there, and that didn't seem to work. And I've got one there, and I don't want one too close. So, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe something smaller, but that seems a little bit more deliberate. This, although the curves are fairly gentle, that's and it's really alleviated the traffic. I don't know what the traffic's like actually. Let's have a look. It's 77%. That's not bad. That's better than I was expecting. So I made this 2-lane all the way up because this was getting pretty busy. Still got not enough customers for these people, but You know, not enough buyers for products, but I'm increasing the residential numbers. Look, we've just hit 40,000. 40,007. That is, we have done that during the course of this discourse. Well done, us. So we go over here. The traffic's not too bad. Everything's all right over here. Added a couple of little houses. I'm hoping that these people work here on the farms, because these farms, they got Holly Grove. It's got way over enough. I mean, it needs 4,500 units to progress to the next level in terms of resource, and it's done 67,000 units. So we are well over our quota for fruit for the Orangeade factory, even though it's importing, for some reason it's importing a third of its acquisition, which I don't know why. I haven't got any other stuff for it. It's literally only doing crops. So why? But workers, there's only 330. That's not really any different to what I saw before. So those houses haven't made any difference. And the barracks, only 24 in there. Only 23 in there. Only 56 out of 100 there. Only 12 out of 20. I need more people needing jobs. But that's why we've been working on the residential demand. If you look at here at our city statistics, we've gone down to 91% employment. Now, bearing in mind that we were at 97% for the last 20-odd episodes, well, that's pretty good news, because that's going to increase the demand. As we can see over here, we've also chucked in an airport. Now, I didn't actually think that this was going to work, although interesting, they're just flying by. Oh. Now, the reason that I didn't think this was going to work was because basically the plane line goes over here, and I was thinking, well, maybe that won't reach. And I think, on reflection, it doesn't, bearing in mind that they are all just circling. So maybe, can I add, because I can seem to do something with a plane line, so let me curve. Cannot build on water. Well, it's a plane route, so I wouldn't expect you to. I wonder if they will pick up on that. Now, I didn't really, you know, I mean, half didn't want an airport at all, but kind of, that's... I wonder if, I have never seen that. I did not know that that's what happened. These are clearly planes that took off from my airport and then have nowhere to go. That is kind of insane, but I never realized they would do this freaky sort of just, I'm going to circle till I run out of fuel. Okay, so that plane line didn't really do anything. Let me fix that. Let me just fix that for you right now, and I'm going to do that in silence. And I will edit this bit. Dannage, edit this bit so that... Oh, you're not going to make me do that piece by piece. Surely. Oh, I might just leave that. I mean, that's a little rough, ain't it? Right, well, now we've got a line that just goes clear plumb tuck off of the lines each side. Right, so you've got somewhere to go. Let's just let that go. Oh, here we go. That didn't take you long. 5 passengers. You better go somewhere, mate. You'd better go somewhere. Right, yes, here we go. And welcome to your flight. Cattle Shores 101. We will be immediately jumping on the line that had been disconnected, and we're going to join the other line now that we've disconnected. Okay, that's slightly confusing. But he's going all the way off. There he goes. He's now joining. Nope. What's he doing? Where is he going? This is so confusing. I do not know. Right, so I've got to delete that. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good, and that will be deleted. But unfortunately, there is no way to delete these things in good order. That hasn't quite bulldozed anything else, which is useful. Yeah, so really, the reason I put the airport over there was because, I mean, you've got mountains here, and then everything's heavy forest, and everything's just quite built up. And I don't like these in the middle of the city airports. I've been to London City Airport. That's a little bit harrowing, but it's all right because the plane I was on was the size of my car. Yeah, I wasn't expecting anybody to go through this, but they did. So off they go. Well, now I've killed the link with the other line, so we will find out at some point whether a plane generates and goes off. Otherwise, just a police station and a fire station roundabout. Really, if it's an airport, I've got a space there for a transport hub, and I should build up some sort of offices and some commercial around it, I guess. I didn't really want anything out here. But really, as I say, the reason for picking this place is because it's kind of out in the open, and that just makes more sense for a location for an airport. Doesn't it just? Right. So, that aside, there's some other things to show you. We've got another road here that we've added on. This is a little bit of a windly road. And this takes us down to urban sprawl. Now this isn't really a faster access route, so this is after the forestry industry and a new space for the next forestry industry will have achieved their train drop-offs here. So I'm not expecting a tremendous amount of traffic is going to be using this road at all, because I don't plan on building this area up. I might put a little bit of stuff around here, but otherwise that's the urban area. And gosh, those houses have all built already. I like the way this looks, though. This looks exactly as planned, whereas it's just a huge morass of houses, and just low-level houses and nothing. It's just reaching out for ages and ages and ages. And there's a third bridge. And off it goes, and off there. So you saw me. I think you may have seen the park. Cypress Park's now a 4-star park. Gosh. And that is purely on... Oh, that is visitors. So it's got enough entertainment. That's good. It is at the end. So here we go. There's an arch now denoting, and lots of people standing at the arch denoting... Oh, and traffic lights at the arch. Didn't notice that before. Let's get rid of those, and let's put a giveaway there, because this road is going either to the urban sprawl or it's linking up to Rivertown. And what's this? Ooh, another bit of town, another little area. And this is sort of outside the urban sprawl, and this quite clearly is not the planned grid area. But what it does have is it does have a space that's next to some train line. And then what I did here is I took a combination of things. So I took the gravel path, the footway, used some surface painter, and I used some sand. And then essentially I made it look, hopefully, like once there may have been 2 lines here, and possibly some form of platform and a little station master's house. So maybe at some point when they first laid this railway, there was a little sort of service place here, and then there was a little bit of when I get some industry demand, I might put a little bit of industry up here. And so it was, like a refueling, a pit stop for trains before they go up the mountain or whatever. Then so you had a little bit of village around it. And then obviously the developments came, and everything got, all the real estate over here just got bought up to build the grid of doom. And these people just went, oh, yeah, buy our houses for ridiculous money. And the developers went, no, it's all right. We just put some trees here to to stop us having to look at you. Ha ha ha. And there's a park between us as well, because we want grids. And your topography will not allow for grids unless we bulldoze everything, and, well, we don't want to. So, there you go. Little houses connected to the footpath, to the area, to the car park. Lots of people using this car park. That's one of my most popular car parks, and there are no things nearby. That's interesting. I've got car parks next to... Look, I've got car parks next to ferry stops. Ooh, I haven't got one next to that ferry stop. Ooh, I need to add one. But where is it? Where is it? I've got a ferry stop here. 2 car parks. Hardly anything. Look, 3 car parks. 3 cars parked next to it. This one, middle of nowhere. I suppose it's in walking distance of the park. So, oh, they're visiting the city arch. And yeah, okay. All right, yeah, okay. Going to the cool-off pool. Going to the cool-off pool there. Hey? Where is Dsndrn-Videolar? He's waiting for a bus. Now, he's waiting for a bus. That is a long way from your car, my friend. That's a fair amount of people at this bus station. But it has to be said. I mean, if I were going into a city to... What's that wave of red? Why? Wave of red all the way over to there. That's amazing. What has just happened? What has just happened that made a huge wave of red? Nothing looks like it's burned down. That's going to plague me. Anyway, ignoring the fact that for some reason the inhabitants of my city are very despondent now that something's happened, even though we've got 1,000 new people. If I was going to this location here, if I was going to the city, I don't think I would drive. I mean, even if I drove in from here, I don't think I'd park there and then walk. I mean, the nearest bus stop is here. Oh, that's the tram. So what he must have done is he must have gotten on the ferry. He must have walked to the ferry, taken the ferry up to there, then got on the tram stop or a bus stop, and is now waiting over there for a bus that's going to take him to the town, or a tram. Wow, that is a lot of traveling. I probably would have driven a little bit closer. I'll be honest, and I really need to sort of put some more mass transit down here, don't I? I mean, that is a I wish I knew his route. That was a massive distraction there, wasn't it? But it has allowed us to increase our demand. Whilst those houses built themselves out and killed all the demand, and then off it came. Anyway, there's something else I needed to show you. It is something I've accidentally sort of seen on screen already, but yep, it's this place. You remember this. This, the spawn of all of Beelzebub's traffic. And the traffic is no more here. And it's no more causing us a problem, and there's no more traffic problems here either. That's because for one of these things, I've removed one of the roads, so nobody's using this road as a cut-through anymore. And I also removed the bus stop, and I moved the metro station closer, so instead of 70 people a week, but it was just here, of moving it like 3 steps closer, 284 a week. So all those people that will tell you, don't worry, Sims will walk for miles to get to mass transit. No, that's moved from there to there. That's moved like 1 street over. That's moved the width of the station itself. If I had the metro station platform on the other side, it would practically be... It's basically a station's width it's moved over. So that much space. And usage has gone up by a factor of 4. Anyway, the other thing that we've done, because we had a lot of traffic coming up this road, is I've done... I wouldn't say it's my prettiest work by any stretch of the imagination, but I've got a little side road here, and I've moved from a 3 lane. I've used another Delta road, Delta 5-1, who's got a 3 and a 2 asymmetrical road with bicycle lanes. So essentially, I've got that, but this lane, which was causing a lot of traffic for people that were then just going up here and then going around the roundabout and then getting stuck onto this this thing. These guys are now, as you can see, going up this road. Really need to get intersection sloping thing, and then they're just going over this little bypass, and this bypass is getting on there, and then that's going from a 2-lane highway to a 3-lane highway. Now this is how you do bypasses. Okay, this isn't how you do a lot of bypasses, or this isn't how you should do every bypass, because I mean this doesn't look very nice, does it? Makes it look a little bit like Chicago, I suppose, if you sort of think, if you're coming up to I'm used to sort of elevated roads in my city, or that being an elevated tramway or something, then that might be cool for you with a smart car in the middle of the railing for no reason. But I could probably take these traffic lights down as well now. But I have seen some Biffa Fix Cities videos where somebody would have seen that this had caused the traffic, so would have then just made some sort of tunnel or bridge from here, going all the way around here, around the backside, and all the way, and then sort of just juxtapositioning into the highway and said, no. If it's gonna be a sort of bypass road, I mean, the only reason this sticks out so much is because that was the only way to stop it glitching. When I had it nice smooth transition, it just glitched to buggery. But I had it opposite the other exit for the one-way thing, and then basically got it as close to the road as quickly as possible. In fact, one more thing that we can do. Oh, I've got it on 2-speed. One more thing we can do with the Move It tool, and I've probably done this before and found that it didn't work, was curl that. And then curl that. Curve it, even. No, that looks better. Just a little bit better. I mean, it's still... I don't like that bit, but there's not much I can do, because this has got to be flat for the trains, and it's got to be down by that point. So, no, I'm not going to change that. And but yeah, this is how you do your bypasses. You keep them as close to the road as possible, and you keep them joining the thing as soon as possible. You make as little footprint as you can. Otherwise, it's not really a bypass. It's just a completely separate road. So that's working all right. Sometimes this has been a little bit confusing sometimes, because sometimes I will go and I will find like a spot like this, and it'll have a huge bit of traffic. But then after a while, you just go, well, I mean, it's going, and it's just sort of doing what it needs to do. Now this, I was about to say, I should just set these to go on through, because the majority of them are doing so. But I have got this roundabout set up as a roundabout should be with the traffic manager. I'm just wondering, maybe if we go, now I do, if we go from there to there, and there to there, but if we go that way is going that way, and that way's going that way, and this way's going that way. I'm wondering if that will mean that, well, we'll have to see when a car comes. Let's see, they're still stopping. So I'm just going to say, not that one. Oh, yes. Is that the one? Just go through. Let's try that. Let's try them just going through, because there shouldn't be anybody that's getting into that lane now, unless somebody's getting in at that point. And I'm not even sure if I will have allowed them to have done that, because I may just have mucked that up. So what I could do while I'm thinking about it, before I let myself get into some sort of horrific traffic jam here, is I could upgrade that to a 2-lane. Leave that as 1 lane when it gets to there. And then if I went back into that thing here, because now somebody wants to get from there to there. At the moment, if they come off of here, then they're kind of stuck, because they've got nowhere to go. They'd have to go if they come off the roundabout, well, I mean, if they come off the roundabout, if they come off the highway at this junction, I don't want them to get back on the highway. It's like, well, no, you've come off. Go visit. Go buy a coffee. But there's nobody now, unless somebody's coming around here. There's nobody that will want to get up this highway. But if they come down here in the red lane, they'll be stuck in the green lane here, and then they would have to go into the thing, and they wouldn't like it. So if I just went, yeah, actually, you wouldn't have to cut into where we're in front of this guy, but if you came round the roundabout, you would just be able to get into the left-hand lane. And if there's only one car in every 20 that's doing that, that's fine, because that means that there will be a limited amount of traffic that's having trouble with the merge from 2 lanes into 1 before we go into our 3 lanes going into 3. So there we go. Traffic has been this area. Oh, this has all been set up to 3 lanes as well. There were some points where there were some massive traffic jams here, like I'm talking from there to there sort of size traffic jams, and I don't know why. There was a point somewhere around here where everybody kept changing lanes, and it was prior to this, but even though this has got 3 lanes and is going into a 2 and a 1, so that had plenty of lane space. But yeah, all a little bit weird and did not make any sense. Have it changed anything else? I don't think so. I've still not got, still probably not enough people, not enough products. Oh yeah, look at that, not enough raw materials, not enough crops. I want more crops. It's funny, because I've got a bunch of farms over the other side of the map saying that nobody wants to buy the crops. It's a little bit weird, isn't it? Almost like you're not paying attention. This, same thing. Animal products. These haven't got animal products. Animal products need crops. If only I had some animal products. Well, they're at least not saying that they don't have enough buyers anymore for products. Okay, good. That's good. I'm glad you've at least got something. So this farm, still only 3-star. Not importing anything, which is good. Not outputting a tremendous amount of flour there. Animal products, it's good. Bit of money. It's not terrible money. And just, again, needs a few more workers to get to 5-star. Few more workers. It's done. It needs 13,000 and it's done 150,000 output. I need more workers, and I bet they're not full. No, 32 out of 55, 33 out of 55. How do I fix this? 41 out of 75. I need more people. I've got people living here. These people hopefully should all be working on these Tootin farms. Well, I mean, these guys presumably may have done some extra legwork. So, I mean, maybe if we're... Oh, come on. Right, well, he's taxiing. He's kind of stuck. You know what? Let's delete you. And can I see any planes? I cannot see any planes. But now, let us lay... Not there. Where am I? Over here. I was nicely centered as well. And that's going to bridge the electricity back again for that water. So hopefully that's going to go. Anyway, so I think that's... what have we haven't really done much in Rivertown. Rivertown has just got your people here. I will do some more zoning whilst we're here. Town. I've got my first use of one of those... finally one of those little one-way roads, or the little tiny roads I got. These ones, the Campus Park Road Connected. Now I know there's no parking on them, but it did allow zoning. So I don't know if there are cars that are able to traverse this. I mean, maybe they're not because there's no parking there and nobody will drive there, but I would be interested to see if this does allow cars. I have been wanting to come up with a... Oh, let's see. Anybody turning? Nope. Well, there's a right turn on there on that sign, so that suggests that cars might be able to traverse it. But I have often wanted to do like a pedestrianised city centre. Because a lot of city centres... Oh, there's a bike. It's a moped. That counts as a car or a vehicle. A lot of city centres are pedestrianised. And, you know, with the game as it currently stands, in the vanilla-ness of it, it doesn't really allow for pedestrianised city centres, because if you're... Oh, no. Don't build on that side of the road. That would be crazy. Oh, no, okay. Mopeds. Mopeds are encouraged here. Oh, is he turning? No. Anyway, yeah, so I'd like to... If this works, then this is good. If this doesn't allow cars through, I don't have a problem with that. That'll mean in my next city, when I have an old town, I'm going to build it full of these streets in the centre. And then I shall have a wonderful sort of pedestrianised looking centre, and I shall just put a tram and some public transport in the middle, and it will look glorious. And shall I add... what's the word I am looking for? The word I am looking for is extra road. It's just what I did there. Just to get that extra little bit of zoning out just while I've got the space. Oh, no, not the path. Not the path, you idiot. What did you just say? What did you literally just spend 5 minutes talking about? The campus road. Take off all your linkage. Nice and straight. And there we got some more houses. What I could just do is just go to the brush. Stop worrying too much about what zone's there. Just let the work do its magic. I do not know why we've got some zoning here. That is a little bit weird. But I have found that there are some there have been some points where it's gone a little bit funny. There was a point where I laid some road, and it sort of laid some road kind of on top of itself and then sort of removed itself. And so let's just see if we can select some nodes here. There are no nodes. No nodes there. So how I've got a zoning area over here, not sure, because apparently there's no road. Let's confuse the game by making some road. Just to be crazy, because I like messing with the game. It's legit. There's nothing there. How weird. How weird indeed. Okay, so we've got some lines there, and let's put that out. And then let's go around here. Yep. So it didn't seem to have any problem with any intersecting road. That's fine. And then we'll go here and drop some stuff off. And this is very much, I'm going to say, sort of UK based. I mean, in some places you sort of get these little sort of trees, I suppose, or skeletal structure. I don't know what you'd call them. Sort of, I want to say something like an Okinawa fish diagram or something. I have literally no idea why that's going off like that. But nothing on the collector. Nothing zoned on the collector. Or the arterial. That's the collector. And have we got water? We haven't got enough water. So before we water our friends, sorry for the ended pipe, my city planning friend. But you know, sometimes a mayor's got to do what a mayor's got to do. Let's have a look. We've got a health centre there. The coverage is green. We will not be the same here. Let's make a hospital, and we've got a nice big space. And we've got a nice big space just between two paths. So that is a nice hospital. For a fire coverage, we've got some... Oh, it's all green and blue houses. That's good. That's good. We can fit this in. We can probably fit one of these in over here. Just as a backup. Police again. Let's have a nice chunky friend. Let's get him over there. And then for schools... Schools are kind of the bane of my existence. I mean, we're down to 63% uneducated. I was going to say unemployed. But our unemployment must be lower than that. But a high school and a... Although I've got a high school over there, it's on the other side of the river. And yeah, it's just, look at that. I mean, even in the green areas, even right next to the high schools, there are just, I mean, that house is blue. Look, that guy is educated. That one right there, that house has an educated person in it. And is that a level 2 house? I bet it's not. Oh, nearly. But I bet it says educate more. Oh, yeah, see? Educate more citizens. Even though it's got 2 young adults that are highly educated. Educate more citizens to allow this building to level up. It's got 2 of the maxed out level citizens. I mean, just because the guys next door are old and dumb, you know, or old and uneducated. Oh, I've just offended a lot of people, haven't I? Okay, so a building burned down. Did that, right? So there was 1 smiley face there. Okay, did that burning down cause a wave of red faces all the way over to here? I find it hard to believe, my friends. You know, what can we say? Right, anyway, I think that I have kept you for long enough. Where are we? Let's get back down to where we were. Oh, let's climb on top of our crane. Our cargo crane. And then let's look at our city. And then, yeah, that's it's quite nice. Couple of blimps in the air. The tower in the distance that I can still select from here. That's pretty cool. 82 visitors. Not bad. Not bad. And all these houses and things. And, oh, look. I can start emptying that out. Look at that. I should sit here more often on the top of a crane like Batman, looking at my city and going, this is why. Let me just adjust myself into a crouched position and then billow a cape around me. Whilst I'm doing that, you can go off and have a nice weekend. I'm not really going to edit this much, so apologies for all the oh God, what? And everything else that's plagued your ears for the last probably 45 minutes. This was probably actually one of the longest videos. Who knows? I lose track of time. And yeah, so that was everything that we've done. And have a good weekend. I will do all of my recording for the coming week over this weekend. So I promise stuff's going to come out a regular time. Monday, episode 24 of City Skylines. Cattle Shores Season 3. Wednesday, Dorf Romantik. Friday, back to City Skylines for episode 25. And if you want to see something special, if you want to see me work on the oil industry, or I'm still building up that residential demand piece by piece, 41,000 now, ooh, 41,1. And obviously off screen I will do something about the airport, probably involving bulldozers. Have a good weekend, stay safe, stay sexy, stay you, and we'll see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.